I don't know whether you've had one of those trading days when everything goes wrong and you make mistakes, which obviously you don't mean to. And, you think, is it going to get worse? And I think what you should do really to sort of get through that as a day trader is to just take a little bit of a break and just make sure you're following your strategy and not doing anything that's too much away from what you do every single day, because you've proven that you can trade the markets and day trade over a long period of time. Then you get one day where internet goes down, you go long the market when you should be going short. Let me just show you here what I did today. So finished the day up £1,400. In fact, we're going to finish it a little bit more here. I've got the stop to break even on the rest of this DAX trade that I shorted, but it was all to do with the dollar yen early this morning. So the dollar yen here, you can see I shorted £10 in my spread betting account, shorted another £10 in my spread betting account, and then for some reason I was adding to the position to put another short £10 a point. Some reason I ended up going long the market. And it was with an order. Okay, so when I went up here to place an order, because the internet was cutting in and out, so I thought, look, I'm just going to put an order in and with the broker, and then when it gets filled, the price trades, then it gets filled, then I'm in the trade, and then as I'm sorting the internet or literally looking at it on my phone, I'm in the trade, because I thought the market would really drop on the dollar yen. So I would be adding to the position, but I end up going long. So I lost £61 on that trade. All of a sudden I'm thinking, what am I doing? What's happened here? I should be short. So I wasn't happy with myself, because I would have made my day's money with that £30 short pretty quickly this morning around the 8 a.m. mark. But ended up thinking, is it going to be one of those days? And then the internet started to go out and then come back and then go out. There's been some sort of big server issue. I don't know, guys. But anyway, so the rest of the day was all about smaller position size, just cutting back, because I never knew when the internet would go out. And I think if that happens and you get a day like that where things are just going wrong, it wasn't a major issue for me because I was already in profit. I think you got to think, well, it's going to be one of those days. Maybe just get away from the screens and not trade for today. All right. So it ended up decent day, and the German Dax, I think. Let me show you what I was doing on the Dax. So decent £1,400 profit anyway today. So the German Dax was a really interesting one. I was cut back on the position size on this. And if you take a little look at the daily, I was all ready to short this and get positioned for a really big move to the downside. Look, it's had the big move, but I've not been in it as big as I wanted to. The trend predictor yesterday closed with a red arrow. What that means is that the next candlestick could be down, in this case, the daily chart. So the daily chart could see a down move tomorrow, being today, okay? Because the signal gives you the warning the day before. And so the next day, I'm looking to short the trade. And that's what we did here this morning once we started to get those sell signals. Because at the start of the day, the DAX was pretty much trying to go up this morning. And then it just rolled over on the reds, turned red on the method, the color method, short, little sideways pattern, short, another sideways pattern, short. And it's been 100% winning trades all the way down here. So it's been a really nice day, alongside the daily telling us we're gonna see a down day. All right, so DAX, I think the system has now projected targets for the DAX at 21,657. What? 21,657. That is a long way away. That's like 1,000 points away. Will it get there? I don't know, but I'm going to get positioned even more tomorrow to short even more when I get the red color signals. All right, because now we're going to get the tracks. Now, another thing that you might want to look at here, guys, on the DAX is we've got these three lower highs on the storyteller. The yellow lines have kicked in. That means a three-wave divergence. I call it a three-wave. When you get those at the top of the market or after a big trend, there's a big correction coming. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, because all I'm going to do is just manage my risk, get some more position to short tomorrow, and then see if it goes on this big move. Now, we've seen the US market sell off this last month. European markets have been stubborn and still higher. Are we going to see a change in dynamics? Are we going to see Europe here sell off? Now, I'm doing this video now. The internet's on, okay, around 10 to 6 on Tuesday evening. It still hasn't closed properly. I want to see this close. It looks like it's going to close. It looks like it's trading at the low of the wick, the candlestick here, the body. So if we close this body right at the bottom of the range of today, which is the wick, then we could see a bigger downside move on this. So what I've done now is I've moved my stop to break even on this position. I've made my money for the day. This is now just a go for a bigger move on this position. All right, I'm either going to get stopped out on the trade, or it's going to make some decent, decent position size profit to the downside. All right. So the Nasdaq, as I'm looking at it, it's down 400. Watch out for that FTSE. And yeah, the Dow Jones is looking interesting as well. We might see another sell-off, and a decent size sell-off. So beware, you guys that are bullish the market. All right, guys. So when you get a mistake, I say, just to round off this video, when you do have a mistake, and you're going to do that in your trading, regroup. Don't try and chase the market. Don't try and instantly, take a 2-minute break, walk away from your screens, and just trade your strategy. Because if your strategy is good, then you're going to get those profits back pretty quickly. All right. Hope it helps, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.